Ever wondered where crepes come from? Our journey takes us back to the 13th century to the windswept landscapes of Brittany, France. Here, the crepe first made its appearance not as a delightful dessert or a fancy brunch, but as a practical, everyday dish. You see, folks back then had an abundance of buckwheat, a hardy, easy-to-grow crop that became the primary ingredient of these early crepes. But don't imagine these crepes being flipped in a modern non-stick pan. Oh no, the Bretons cooked these rustic pancakes on large, flat stones heated over a roaring fire. The process may have been primitive, but it was effective. The result? Thin, soft buckwheat pancakes that could be filled with whatever was on hand. A practical solution to hunger, but also a canvas for creativity. And thus the humble crepe was born, out of necessity but destined for culinary greatness. What goes into a classic crepe, you ask? Well, let's unwrap this culinary delight layer by layer. At the heart of every crepe, you'll find a handful of humble ingredients: flour, eggs, milk, butter, and a pinch of salt. The original crepe, hailing from Brittany in France, was a robust affair made with buckwheat flour, giving it a hearty, nutty flavor. Over time, the crepe evolved, and the more delicate version we're familiar with today is made with wheat flour, lending it a light, tender quality. These simple ingredients come together in a harmonious blend, creating a thin, soft pancake that's just waiting to be filled with your choice of sweet or savory goodness. It's much like a blank canvas, ready to be adorned with the colors and flavors of your imagination. The magic of crepes lies in their simplicity. With just a few basic ingredients, you can create a canvas for countless delicious fillings. Now that we know what goes into a crepe, how do we go from a bowl of batter to a delicate golden pancake? Well, let's dive right in. The first step is to mix your crepe batter. We're talking flour, milk, eggs, and a pinch of salt. Now you could just throw these together haphazardly. But crepe making is an art, so we whisk everything together until the batter is as smooth as a Shakespearean sonnet. Once your batter is ready, let it rest for a bit. It's not tired, mind you. This just allows the flour to fully absorb the liquid, resulting in a more tender crepe. So while it's resting, let's turn our attention to the crepe pan. The crepe pan, the stage upon which our batter will perform its dance. It needs to be hot, but not too hot. We're talking Goldilocks levels of just right. A drop of water should sizzle and evaporate upon contact. Once the pan is heated, lightly grease it. You don't want the crepe to stick, but you also don't want it swimming in oil. Now the moment of truth, pouring the batter. The key is to pour just enough to thinly coat the bottom of the pan. Too much, and your crepe will be more like a pancake. Too little, and well, you'll have a crepe with more holes than a plot in a bad mystery novel. And now the flip. The flip, the bane of many a home cook, but fear not. After about 2 minutes, when the edges are lightly golden and start to curl, gently slide a spatula under the crepe and give it a quick flip. No need for acrobatics. Let the other side cook for about a minute more, and then slide your perfectly golden, tender crepe onto a plate. And voila! With a bit of practice and a lot of patience, you too can master the art of crepe making. But did you know that crepes have traveled far and wide from their humble French origins? That's right, these delightful paper-thin pancakes have found a home in numerous cultures around the globe. Take the Russian blini, for instance. It's thicker than the French crepe and often paired with sour cream or caviar. Or let's hop over to India, where the dosa reigns supreme. This crispy, fermented crepe made from rice and lentils is a staple in South Indian cuisine. And let's not forget about the Chinese jianbing, a savory crepe filled with egg, green onions, and various sauces. These examples just go to show the versatility of crepes. Whether they're made from rice, wheat, or buckwheat flour, filled with sweet or savory ingredients, crepes can be adapted to suit different cuisines and dietary preferences. From France to the far corners of the world, crepes have proven that a simple idea can become a global sensation.